Hey there, in this video I'm going to walk you through one of InnerOrbit's pre-made assessment types, our scaffolded formative assessments. When you search for a standard on InnerOrbit like MS-LS11, you'll see pre-made assessments pop up. We'll click into the scaffolded formative and you'll notice at first that there is a phenomena. The goal is for students to take what they learn in your classroom and apply it to something novel in all of our assessments. This is a formative assessment, so it's intended to be given somewhere in the middle of your unit or towards the end where you're looking to gather feedback on what students have learned and adjust your instruction accordingly to best support students. If you're ready to use this assessment, you can use all questions. These assessments are a quick 5-question formative assessment, and if you scroll down past the phenomena, you'll get to the 4 different question types in this assessment. The first are called core content questions. These are DCI-only questions, and we'll just see the DCI and the evidence statements pop up on the right-hand side. These questions just assess whether students understand the knowledge they need in order to make sense of this phenomena. After that, we'll get to more rigorous questions as we scaffold up. The content and concepts questions and the content and practices questions are 2 different types of 2-dimensional questions, meaning they hit the DCI and the crosscutting concept, or the DCI and the SEP. Each of these questions will assess whether students can apply their knowledge through the lens of the crosscutting concept or through the lens of the SEP. And finally, we'll have 3-dimensional questions that we call sensemaking questions. These questions will be tagged to the SEP, the DCI, and the crosscutting concept. When you're ready to use one of these assessments, you can click Use All Questions at the top of the screen, and it'll pull all of these questions into a ready-to-use assessment for you and your students. Every single standard on InnerOrbit has one of these scaffolded formative assessments. These assessments are designed to deliver data that can be helpful for informing instruction. The DCI questions will pour into the parts of the DCI that we've assessed. The questions that are tagged with a cross-cutting concept or an SEP will feed into these buckets of these standards. If we ask a 1-dimensional question about a DCI, no data will go into the cross-cutting concepts or the SEP parts of your reports. If we ask questions about the cross-cutting concept and the DCI, that will feed into the cross-cutting concept and the DCI. Those 3-dimensional questions at the end of the scaffolded formatives will feed into the DCI, the SEP, and the cross-cutting concept. Through these types of scaffolded questions and assessments, we can figure out if students are struggling with the DCI, the SEP, the cross-cutting concept, or all 3 together.